Spencer Lewis here, post-race at Sunset Speedway after the OSCAAR Modified Tour event. I'm here with driver of the number 38 car here tonight, driving for car owner Chuck Marsh. It's Lane Zardo, and young Lane, not the finish you were looking for. What happened tonight in the H&H off-road machine?
We had bad luck almost as soon as we unloaded it. I mean, we were fast in practice. We were in the top 3 actually in practice. We were 2/10 off for the championship leader. So we went into the first heat and the throttle stuck going into the corner. And at this speed, it was one of the most scariest things that's ever happened to me. So I cranked on my brakes, and I was on the brakes so hard, my right front caliper actually snapped. So I had to pull it into the pits, and we got working on the car, and we thought we fixed the problem. So then we went out for our second heat. We were going, and I had no brakes. And when a lot of drivers say they have no brakes, they usually say they have about a quarter or nothing. I mean, after the first 2 laps, we had nothing. If there was a car that was wrecked in front of me, or even if a car hit the brakes on a caution, I would have just cranked them. It was pretty bad.
So your first time working with car owner Chuck Marsh, how did that come about, that partnership?
Well, my first time working with him was actually about 2 weeks ago at Peterborough Speedway. He called me up about a month ago, said he talked to the previous car owner of the modified I was driving, George Woods, and George Woods suggested that I was a pretty talented young driver. So he got a hold of me, we met up, we talked about a couple of things, and he mentioned the modified. And I met up with him at Peterborough, made sure the seat was safe, made sure the belts were safe, and then we tested it with old tires, and the thing was just a rocket right off the start.
So how is this car different than the modified you ran for George Woods a couple of weeks back?
The older modified was built for Varney Speedway by Chuck Marsh, and that was built about 20 or 22 years ago. So it's a lot heavier. It was still a fast car, and it was still a fast chassis, and it was still handled good. But compared to this car, who is made by more of the upgraded parts, it was made by a Troyer company in New York City. Raced for the States, was supposed to race in the NASCAR World Modified Series, and then Chuck bought it. So it's got more of the upgrades, it handles a lot better going in, coming out. To the center, it's about the same, and it's almost like stepping into a new class.
Will you be the full-time driver of this 38 team going forward through the back half of 2013?
I'm driving it 5 more times. My next dates are Kawartha, August 11th. I'm racing it at Delaware halfway through August. I'm racing it at Sunset for the Velocity, Flamborough for Oktoberfest, and I'm racing it at Peterborough for Autumn Colors. And then if everything works out, we might even be looking at a full-time ride for next season.
So you've got the modified on the go. You've also made some limited late model appearances. Will you be back in the limited late model division here at Sunset in the upcoming weeks?
We'll be back next weekend, hopefully for both dates. I'm talking to John Momberkit, the car owner of the limited late model, and he's starting to feel a lot better, so shout out to him.
So you've had 2 different modified rides, a limited late model, and your family-run super stock operation. What's been your favorite car to pilot so far this season?
I think the modified, just because it handles a lot like my Thunder car, which I'm used to, but the speed is so great, and to come out with these drivers and to know that I'm going to be traveling to more and more track, it's just so exciting. I've gotten nervous for a race 2 years ago. Until then, other than Peterborough Speedway, I've never gotten nervous for a race until tonight, and it's one of the best feelings in the world.
What's the best way for the fans to keep up on you? You got a lot of different opportunities coming your way. How can we make sure we're in the loop?
Add me as a friend on Facebook, Lane Zardo. Shoot me a message. I try and respond to as many as I can. Follow me on, or like Zardo Racing on Facebook. That's where I do most of the updates. You might want to follow me at Twitter, Zardo_ or at Zardo_46, but I don't really update that. So just go on Facebook and try and contact me.
Are the Lane Zardo t-shirts still for sale?
Yeah, Zardo Racing t-shirts are still for sale. Lane and Billy Zardo. You can call up my mom, Debbie Jo Zardo. Got talking around Facebook, and you get anything custom made, whatever you want.
Well, all right, man. Best of luck the rest of the season. I know you're still in the hunt for the Super Stock title here in weekly competition here at Sunset. Thanks for taking the time. We'll definitely check in with you through the back half of the year.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
There you have, folks. Lane Zardo in the OSCAAR Modified here tonight.